My days used to feel completely scattered. I would wake up already feeling tired, even on days when I slept enough. The first thing I touched was my phone. I would scroll without thinking, wasting minutes that quietly turned into hours. I kept telling myself that I would be productive later, that I would fix everything after breakfast, or after checking one more thing, but later never really came. I felt like I was running behind life, not living it. Inside, I carried a mixture of frustration and guilt. I knew I wanted to do better, but I could not understand why I kept falling into the same cycle every single day. It felt like I was not in control of my life. My routine was weak, full of random habits, and every choice felt driven by distraction rather than intention. There was one morning where this hit me hard. I looked at myself and realized I didn't have a routine at all. My routine had me. That was the moment I started searching for a different approach. During that time, I came across ideas from the samurai, how they lived their days with calm discipline, how they treated every action like it mattered, and how they valued presence more than anything else. What pulled me in was not that they were warriors, but that they were masters of routine. They built every day with intention. They didn't rely on motivation. They relied on structure, clarity, and purpose. This idea stayed in my mind. I asked myself, what would happen if I applied those principles to my own life? I wanted something simple, not something dramatic. I wanted a routine that I could follow even on difficult days. So I decided to try what I now call the samurai method. For me, the samurai method means a few simple things. It means doing fewer tasks, but giving each one my full attention. It means respecting my time the same way a warrior respects his sword, never wasting it, never using it carelessly. And it means giving every action a purpose so that nothing in my day feels random or empty. To make this work, I studied 3 core samurai principles. First was honoring the morning, which meant starting the day with clarity instead of chaos. Second was ritual over motivation, which taught me to do what matters even when I don't feel like it. Third was small wins carry the day, which helped me understand that tiny focused actions create more progress than big plans that never happen. These ideas made me rethink everything about my daily structure. The first week of trying this method felt strange. My old habits kept pulling me back. I often found myself about to slip into the same distractions. But remembering the samurai idea of presence helped me stop and reset. Even though it felt uncomfortable, I began to sense a different kind of control in my day. By the end of that week, I realized that a routine built with intention feels powerful. It doesn't make life perfect, but it makes life clearer. It makes decisions easier, and it gives every day a direction instead of letting the day push me around. This is the beginning of the method I now follow. In the next part, I will share the exact routine I built using the Samurai Method, a routine that anyone can use to create stronger, calmer, and more focused days. Mornings used to be the weakest part of my day. I would wake up slowly, drag myself out of bed, and start the day already feeling behind. Most of the time, I rushed through everything without thinking. My mind felt heavy, and I carried that heaviness into the rest of the day. I knew something had to change because starting the day in a confused state meant spending the whole day trying to catch up. When I learned that samurai believed the morning decides the quality of the warrior's mind, it made perfect sense to me. If the start is weak, the rest of the day falls apart. If the start is strong, everything becomes easier. That idea pushed me to rebuild my entire morning. The first part of my routine is simple. I wake up before the noise of the world takes over. I don't focus on waking up extremely early. I just focus on waking up before everything around me becomes loud. I notice that the quiet of the morning gives me a kind of mental space I never had before. There's something powerful about starting the day before the rush begins. In that stillness, my mind feels steady instead of scattered. Right after waking up, I do a 1-minute grounding ritual. I stand or sit still, take a deep breath, and remind myself that I control the day ahead. This single breath sets my intention. It clears the leftover noise from yesterday and reminds me that today is new. This tiny ritual calms my mind in a way I never expected. It makes me feel centered, alert, and ready. After grounding myself, I do my mental clearing. Choose my top 3 tasks for the day. I learned this idea from the samurai principle called the 3 cuts. They focused on removing everything unnecessary so energy would not be wasted. I use this in a simple way. I cut away all the extra work that doesn't matter, and I keep only the 3 most important things. Limiting my tasks stopped me from drowning in long to-do lists and helped me stay focused on what truly matters. Then I prepare my tools for the day. I set up everything I need: my notebook, my water, my workspace, and whatever else is necessary. I learned this mindset from how samurai cared for their swords every morning. They didn't polish their weapons only for battle. They polished them to respect their craft. When I prepare my tools, I feel the same sense of respect for my time and my work. Next, I activate my body with a few minutes of light movement. Sometimes I stretch, sometimes I walk around the room, and sometimes I just breathe deeply. I don't do anything intense. I only wake up my body gently. Light movement helps my mind wake up too. Once I finish this, I begin my first important task with 0 distractions. No music, no phone, no background noise. This first hour of full presence shapes the rest of my day. When I start with focus, I stay focused longer. When I begin with clarity, everything becomes easier. This morning structure changed my energy, confidence, and mindset. I no longer feel like a victim of distractions. I feel like I start the day with purpose. This routine became the foundation of my samurai method. But the real challenge appears in the middle of the day, where distractions and pressure rise. And that is where the next part of my method begins. Midday has always been the hardest part of my day. My mind becomes slower, my energy drops, and distractions start pulling me in every direction. I used to feel strong in the morning, but by noon, everything would fall apart. I would jump from one task to another, lose focus, and end up feeling tired, but still unfinished. It took me a long time to accept that midday is the real test. Anyone can have a good morning. The challenge is staying consistent when the mind becomes noisy and the body becomes heavy. The samurai method helped me understand that I needed a clear plan for this time. Instead of letting the middle of the day control me, I had to break it down and face it with structure. That is when I created my 3-part system: the battle of focus, the battle of energy, and the battle of attention. Thinking of my midday like 3 battles gave me clarity. It made me see exactly where I was losing and how I could improve. The first part is the battle of focus. This is where I choose one. Primary mission for the afternoon. I used to overload myself with many tasks and ended up finishing none of them properly. Now, I select one major task that truly matters. When I give my full attention to one important mission, I feel stronger and more confident. Completing one meaningful task feels better than chasing 10 small ones and failing to finish any of them. Choosing a primary mission gives my afternoon a clear purpose. The second part is the battle of energy. I realized that losing energy is one of the main reasons I lose focus. So I started working in simple rhythm blocks. I work for 25 minutes with complete attention. Then I rest for 5 minutes. These small cycles keep my mind fresh. During my breaks, I avoid mindless scrolling. Instead, I stretch lightly, walk a little, or simply breathe deeply. These short moments reset my body. I think of energy as a weapon. If I waste it too early, I cannot win the rest of the day. Managing my energy carefully helps me stay steady until evening. The third part is the battle of attention. This is where I protect my mind from unnecessary noise. I silence notifications, keep my phone far from reach, and give myself one specific time to check messages. When I stop reacting to every small interruption, I feel more control over my day. Attention is fragile. If I allow it to break again and again, I lose all momentum. Guarding my attention makes my work smoother and faster. These 3 steps changed my afternoons. There were days when I started slipping back into old habits, but remembering these battles helped me recover. Staying present while working, the way the samurai practiced presence in every action, made me finish tasks with more pride and less stress. One afternoon, when everything felt overwhelming, returning to my primary mission and my rhythm blocks saved me from wasting the entire day. It reminded me that discipline is built in small choices, not big moments. Midday is now a controlled part of my routine. It is no longer the time when I lose my direction. It has become the time when I sharpen my discipline, protect my energy, and build momentum for the rest of the day. The next part of my method focuses on how I end the day with the same clarity. I begin with my nights used to be just as chaotic as my mornings once were. I would stay up late scrolling through my phone, jumping from one app to another, trying to distract myself from the stress I carried all day.